Yep.
Yeah, his name's Daly. What got me into riding? Well, I started riding as a kid about 25 years ago. Yeah, so like obviously my grandparents and my uncle had a farm, so I was always on bikes around there. So then it sort of translated and got my license in New Zealand and some dodgy riding in New Zealand. And
got some crazy shit out of the way first.
Yeah, then obviously came over here in 2010. I didn't ride for a long while, and then sort of got back into it a couple of years ago, and just thought
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so I was saying here, so got back into riding over here, mainly sports bikes, and so I've got a KLR as well, so usually when I'm way up north or somewhere, I usually take that out and hammer around on that.
Yeah, nice.
Apart from that, I mean, my biggest concern with riding is obviously all the distracted drivers.
Yeah.
And, there's a lot of them around, especially on their phones or just eating or drinking and just not paying attention to what they're doing.
Yeah.
So,
Do you see drivers more in their phones these days as you're riding past cars?
Yeah, definitely. Especially like coming up to the lights and obviously you spill in the traffic and you just see people there just scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, and then not looking what they're doing, and especially like coming up to the lights a couple of times. I've actually seen about 3 months ago someone was like coming up to the lights, probably doing 20k an hour, just doing the old swipe on their phone and just not looking at where they're going and just rear-ended someone in front of them, and it's not a good look. So if like you had a bike there, this was like a big Jeep Grand Cherokee and like rear-ended a Hilux, so that's a lot of weight to be giving the bike here. There would have been nothing left to it.
And a lot of steel, for not to be any major damage.
Yeah.
But imagine that's a driver backing into a bike at the lights. You're done for.
So like that's why when I come to the lights, I always split the traffic. That's the last thing I want to be doing is sitting between two vehicles and someone just comes through and hits you. Most of the time, I wear my full gear. But then on hot days, I'm pretty guilty for not wearing a jacket and.
It's Perth summer. Like you can be forgiven, but
but like I'm usually a bit more careful when I'm not wearing my full gear, and like it's sort of like a. How do I put this? It sort of keeps me in check from doing stupid stuff. So I'm a bit more mindful of what I'm doing. I mean, I still do rip on the throttle, and like this morning I was, I know there's like double demerit, so I was taking it a bit more easy than I normally would be. So apart from that, usually just go up and just. I mean, I don't generally preach to other riders, If they're doing something like, especially if I take a few learners out, and I might say, point out a few things, but. If someone's been riding for a couple of years, we're all adults, we all know what we're doing. Don't need someone like me preaching to them, we shouldn't be doing this, shouldn't be doing that.
Fair enough.
I'm a firm believer of everyone should ride their own ride, and as long as you're not putting someone else at risk, just do whatever you want.
Speaking of new riders, if you had to give one pearl of wisdom to a new rider or someone thinking about learning how to ride a motorcycle, what advice would you give them?
Just don't get in your head about it. It's the biggest thing I've seen, especially people that have never ridden a bike in their life. And it's been mainly what I found is people that are older, they've like started riding when they're like in their late 30s, 40s.
Oh, like this guy,
and they get all up in their head about, they tend to overthink things.
Absolutely,
and I just didn't say that. Just don't overthink things, because that's when you're just going to do something stupid, and you might be doing low speed manoeuvres, and you might drop your bike, or you might distort the lights, and then you get off your head, and then you start panicking and just take a step back, take everything slowly, and just, you know, and there will be people out there that will give you some bad advice, but just take it on board and just like, you know, if someone gives you some advice and you don't think it's that great, just ask me. There's plenty of like groups around Perth with like some pretty experienced guys and knowledgeable people around, so you've got to get some good advice. And
Absolutely.
a lot of instructors around that are pretty good and help you out. And it's not expensive to get a good instructor. Yes.